What's going on, man? It's your big bro TREN. You tuned in again to another exclusive video. Being alone as a man over 30. I'm about to tell y'all all about what it's like being alone as a man over 30. For those of you who don't know, I'm 30 something years old. Take a guess what it is down below. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am, because some of y'all be following me for a long time. Y'all still don't know how old I am. But anyway, I'm over 30. So if you're a man watching this video, you over 30, man, I'm pretty sure you can relate to everything I'm about to say, because I know you go through it too. If you're not over 30 and you're a man watching this video, you still probably going through what I'm going through, all right? And y'all know me, I like to express myself in some of my videos, if that's okay, if it's not making people too sensitive, because I want to just keep it a buck 100 with my subscribers from time to time, all right? Okay, is that okay? You know, people gonna be butthurt because TREN be talking about real stuff sometimes, but it's okay. Anyway, I made a video for girls earlier, so I thought I'd make something for the fellas. Anyway, so y'all know I'm transparent. I don't have nothing to lie about. My whole life is on pages. My whole life that I live, what I talk about, is all public. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to hide from nobody. I've always been an open book. But anyway, being a man and alone over 30, first of all, me personally, most men I know, they alone because they choose to be. Most men are alone literally because they choose to be alone. It's very rare that I run into a man, you know, or talk to a dude or whatever, and he be like, man, I just can't find nobody to be with, man. I run into somebody like every once in a while, like every blue moon. But for the most part, most dudes that's like, you know, that's over 30 and they alone, they by themselves, it's because they grinding. It's because they hustling. They don't want to be broke. They don't want to live their life like they've seen other people live their life who didn't accomplish what they tried to go out and accomplish. You know, most men that's my age, and if they by themselves, it's because they're trying to make something out of themselves. Because as a man in this country that we live in, as a man, we don't get no handouts. You know what I mean? Men don't get handouts. We don't get nothing for free. We don't get no appreciation. We barely get respect as men. And I know some people out there be like, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's true. For the most part, we don't. Be honest with you, keep it real. A lot of us men, we don't get compliments. We don't get recognition. You know what I mean? Not unless you just some type of big star, you know, you some type of public figure or something like that, you know, to where, you know, so many people know you and you just always getting praise all throughout the day. Now, I do personally get a lot of praise all throughout the day, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that with comments and, you know, people that watch my material or whatever, but still it's not real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people right next to me and they talking like that, you know what I'm saying? But being a man and being over 30 and trying to make things happen, you know, as men, only thing we thinking about as men is trying to please our family. That's really all we got. You know, as men, and some of us don't even got family. Like me personally, I still, to this day as a man, I'm still trying to keep my family name hot. You know, like the hot topic. I'm doing it for my bloodline. Even though a lot of people in my bloodline don't mess with me, it's crazy. You know, people from your family might not fool with you like that. They might not even like you like that. It's a lot of people from my family don't even like me like that. I know. But still, it just, as a man, we just do stuff because it just keeps us going. You know, like some men work on their car all day because it just keeps him going. It just make him feel like he accomplishing something. You know, some dudes play sports. You know, they always playing sports, basketball, football, driving race cars. You know, guys, we always got to be doing something because it makes us feel like we are accomplishing something. Because like I said, we live in a world where as a man, if you ain't nobody, then don't nobody want to have nothing to do with you. You know, as a man, if you don't got no kind of status or no type of notoriety, nobody don't want to have nothing to do with you. You're a brokey. You're a bum. You know what I mean? And even most of the girls know that. I mean, women know that. You know, most women you see nowadays, most women is literally programmed to go after men, high caliber men that have status and they have, you know, they balling, they got money and stuff. So that's how society raises us, you know what I'm saying, as men. You know, we always gotta be on our A game. We don't never get no break. You know what I mean? We don't ever get to complain. We don't ever get to show no weakness. We don't ever get to cry. And again, if we do complain, if we do express ourselves, most of the time it get tossed out the window. You know, we get looked at as weak. You know, we get looked at as soft, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we don't got no time to be bitch, you know, as men. So, you know, being alone, going through all this, sometimes it could take a toll on you. You know, like sometimes when I be alone, man, I be alone. Okay, let me say this. I don't be alone like 100% of the time. I don't be alone 100% of the time. I would say I'm alone 90% of my time. I'm alone. Okay. And I just made a video. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. But I just made a video the other day about how I'm going to start getting more friends. And I already see it working. I already, you know, since I made that, put that affirmation out there, I spoke that into existence. I already done, you know, seen it working, you know, in my life. But anyway, 90% of the time I be by myself. That's how I make so much videos. That's how I get out so much content, because I just really be by myself. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't making videos, I would be saying all this stuff to myself. But I'm not saying it to myself. I'm talking to the videos. And this is how I got here with you, because I've always been alone. You know what I mean? I've always been misunderstood. I've always never had nobody to talk to about real, truthful stuff that's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm a deep thinker. Like when I get around people, like when I've tried to get around people and friends, like I can't really talk like they talk. You know, I can't really get in and chime in on the conversations like they talking, you know, because I can't really relate to the small talk. I can't talk to people that's talking about regular, you know, average, everyday, mundane type stuff. I can't really connect with people like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always put me in a position to where I'm alone. Because like when I open my mouth, I want to talk about something that's real. I want to talk about what's really going on. I like to talk about what's really happened. I be liking to talk about how we can accomplish something, how we can change the world, how we can shift the paradigm, how we can make this happen. And man, I'm a real big thinker, and I can't hang around people that don't think big. I can't hang around people that think negative, bro. It disturbs me. It irks me when people talking negative around me. I can't. I gotta always be talking to positive people. So again, like, if you a man and you alone over 30, man, you ain't the only one, dog. You know, I've been there too. You know, I don't have them feelings where it feel like you don't even know, man. You feel like you about to pass out sometimes because you can be so focused that you literally lose focus. I don't know if that make any sense, fellas, ladies. But you can be so focused in your loneliness that you begin to lose focus. You begin to lose focus of why you even doing what you're doing in the first place. Why are you so lonely all the time? And the funny thing about it all is you're not even the type of person that's supposed to be lonely. That is the whole misconception of being a chosen person. That's the whole misconception of it all. Like you walk in a journey, a spiritual journey of being in solitude or being by yourself, but you have the socialization skills. You have the gift of gab. You know, you have a decent look to where people are at least attracted to you or want to hang out with you. You have a good hygiene. You smell good. You know, you keep yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You might have a place to stay. You might have a car or what they call a whip. You know what I'm saying? But for some strange reason, you are still alone. And the reason why you are alone, being a man over 30, I think personally is because you have a destiny. I think that's really the only thing I can think of is you got a destiny, a purpose, a calling. I know I do, because I didn't plan for my life to go like this. I didn't plan for my life to go like this. You know what I'm saying? All I remember was I asked God, I prayed to God. I said, God, I need to be doing something, man. Make me something. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was lost, bro. I was like praying to God like crazy. I remember yesterday I was praying to God days and days and days, and I was begging God to give me some type of some type of something, man. You know, just give me something that I can do to make something of myself to where people will like me. Because nobody liked me like that growing up. No, I mean, some people really was cool with me low key, but most people didn't really. I could tell. I don't know about you. Were you the same way? But for me, I just noticed like little signs and little small things people would do. I never was really liked my whole life. I never was really liked. You know what I mean? I remember my art teacher who has passed away. She was my favorite teacher I ever had in my life. That was one of the persons in my life, other than my biological parents, of course, but that was one person in my life that I know truly liked me for who I was. You feel me? And the moment I tried to reach out to her when I got older, she was gone. So I was back at square one, like, dang, I'm back here again. So I feel where you coming from, bro. You know, like, you know, it's a weird feeling because it ain't, you know, and another thing too, fellas, like, I don't know, you know, if you like me, like, I ain't the type of dude no more. I don't chase women no more. I don't need to. I used to do that because I thought I was going to find an escape of being lonely and chasing women. You know, I thought that was going to fulfill me. I thought that was going to give me some type of gratitude. That was going to give me some type of meaning in life. I used to do that a lot. But then I got to a point where I was doing it so much that it really began to make me wonder, like, am I doing this for the world or am I doing this for God? I mean, I began to question myself when I had all these chicks, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, this is not right. I'm like, this is not living godly. This is not godly, bro. And like, it was a strong conviction on me for doing that. You know what I mean? So like, that's why I stopped chasing girls, and that's why I started asking God, like, yo, bro, I need something that I can do. Can you give me something to do, man? Please, I'm telling you, man, I was crying, I was beating in the floor, I was gritting my teeth, bro. I was praying for a purpose, and God gave it to me, dog. Amen. He gave it to me. This is what it is, and I've been on it ever since, bro. So if you a man out there and you chasing your vision, your goal, your dream, or whatever the case it is, bro, you ain't the only one that's focused and locked in on it. I know it's hard. You can't even, sometimes when you dealing with people, you don't even really, you want to deal with people, but you try not to so hard because you don't want nobody to mess up the purpose. You know, you want to wife up a chick, but you don't want her to come into your life and steal the purpose. You know, it's like you can meet all these people, but when people see you got a vision or something that you got that you love to do, a lot of people get jealous because you've got something that you love to do and they don't. You know, and that'd be a problem with a lot of us men. You know, we got a hobby or we got a skill, something that we love to do, like something that we passionate about. And most of the time we get these women who come in our lives who don't have nothing that they can do outside of you. And you know, not every woman is like this, but a lot of them are, you know, and she will get jealous of you because you have this thing that is making both of y'all money, but she see how hard you go for it. She see how much you love it and the love that you have for your craft or your trade. She begins to grow envious of it because she doesn't have anything and you don't have time to help her find it because it's not something that you can help people find. They got to find it within themselves. So I'm all about that kingdom spouse stuff. I mean, it's a new term that I heard on the internet, but I kind of understand why people believe in that because you can't be with nobody that not unless they sit into your life for divine purposes. You know what I'm saying? So I said that all to say, you know, shouts out to my fellas out there. Shouts out to my ladies that watch this video too, because I know some of y'all going through it. I just can't say what it's like being a lady over 30. I mean, I gave y'all the video earlier. Y'all should be grateful. But yeah, man, this is what it's like being a man and being alone over 30, man, we just, a lot of people think that we have this life that is so filled with happiness because we by ourselves. It might be from time to time. For the majority of the time, there's a lot of peace, there's a lot of happy moments. But there are a lot of dark nights of the soul moments. Like you're going through dark nights of the soul where you don't do nothing but face your demons. When you by yourself as a man, you gotta face the demons as a man because ain't nobody coming to save us. Nobody coming to save us. Not even God gonna save us. We gotta fight these demons as men. And it's not easy. So I'm just take it from a guy I'm like you, bro. Like, just take it from a guy like me. I don't fought so many battles, bro. I'm not wounded, but I'm scarred. You know what I mean? I'm not torn, but I was broken down and now I'm building back up. My stomach growl. And it's not easy. It's a battle. The earth is a battlefield. That's how I look at it. This is a battlefield. This is war. We ain't friends. Even though we, you know, you might have friends. I'm trying to find new friends. I got new friends. But this is, at the end of the day, this is a battle. This is war. So this is what it's all about, you know, and that's how I see this thing. I'm fighting. It might be intellectually, it might be spiritually, it might be mentally, it might be through business, but this is how life is for a man. We got to fight to the end. Every man for himself. So fellas, stay strapped up, keep your sword, keep your armor, keep your helmet on, bro. And keep God number one, man. Shouts out to my fellas. This is what it's like being a man over 30, being alone. Thank you for watching this video. It's your big brother, TREN, man. I'll catch y'all in the school. Or if you want to book a call with me. I'll catch you on the other side on the phone line, man. Peace.